Hey, well, NFS has been a bit since my last video. Yeah. I am so sorry I did not complete my plan to do. I kind of forgot. Anyway, trying this week. Sorry. I'm gonna try this week and focus on catch up some few anime tonight. Like, I just watch a bit of Jujutsu Kaisen. Catch up on the current game arc. Ow. This went my leg quick. Also, had a haircut and stuff today. I'm terribly sorry for all the lack of uploads most of the week. Ow. Getting lazy. This week I want to plan on catching on Gojuja, hopefully. This time that is. And once I catch up, on the other currently airing Tokusatsu, also watch Gavin's new series as it is. And I'll finish up, and I'll start watching the current Gav movies, or movie and TTFC specials. I think that's what it's called, TTFEs. Oh my god, probably getting it wrong. Oh no. But anyway, I'm reviewing a series that came out around 2 months ago now. Kaguya-Sama Loveless War, Stairway to Adulthood. A TV special based on that's chapters from the manga. This is the manga. I see everything else of the whole narrative plot that leads into the chapters was completely original for the anime, since they're not really that related. I thought this episode good. It's fun. Still has the same humor we all know and love. As a few years ago, I don't remember when, I did a review on all Kaguya, on the first 3 seasons of Kaguya. The Little Pesca's Never End special. And yes, that was a special. I don't know why I was split into 4 episodes. Actually, no, that was a movie. It's supposed to come on, supposed to release on home media here. But I don't see it anywhere. Maybe it was online or something. I'll give it a look. Anyway. Stairway to Adulthood came out in December 2025. Actually came out on Christmas Day, I think. It wasn't the only anime released this. No, it released in late December. That's my apologies. But it wasn't the only anime that released a special. But this is the only one currently available. Yeah, I'm talking about the Undead Unluck Winter Arc special that came out. Also, you wanted to make room for season 2. Maybe we've got the content for the second season, I guess. I don't know. But I checked this multiple times after it came out in Japan. It's not there. If it was just a regular movie, I wouldn't care as much. Or regular special. The problem with that is, that's a canon story. It's adapting a specific arc of the manga. So not having that available by the time season 2 comes, that would be so bad. Because a lot of people, Westerners, won't be a bit available. I don't understand what's going on. They like drop the series or something? Like, did they like drop the series after season 1? In that case, it might get a different distribution somewhere else, if that's the case. It's not really uncommon for that to happen. Look at Ochinoko recently. Seasons 1 and 2 are available on both High Dive and Netflix. But season 3 came on Crunchyroll. I think it's also on High Dive, or it's just a Crunchyroll exclusive, I don't know. It's also the series Eden Zero. Netflix originally did distribution for the Western countries, the Western release, but started the season 1, and season 2 was just released on Crunchyroll instead, with no dub. Yeah, if you watch season on Netflix, you can find it with English dub. It's a good dub too. Pretty good casting. I know it's unbelievable, but you know, I just do his explanations. Anyway, I don't know what's going to Crunchyroll with this. The first Kiss Never Ends was advertised as a movie, yet Crunchyroll split it into 4 episodes. And similar, this special is over 40-minute special that was split into 2 episodes for some damn reason. I don't know why. But anyway, oh god, but you know, if you really love the anime, I recommend you give this a watch. But if you're a fan of the manga, then you might not be as happy because I had to cut or condense a lot of chapters from the manga. Like they didn't. That's tidy. I understand not in every chapter early on. They choose what they want to do with that and stuff. But the later chapters, yeah, and the upcoming special that finishes up the series is very more condensed. Well, more stuff was cut. Yeah, fans are getting a lot more worried now. I just hope it's not going to turn out like the Promised Neverland did. Yeah, you don't know. Brief history on that one in a sec. Promised Neverland was a promising anime. Sorry, no pun intended there. It was an anime that has shown such promise. You know, it was such a great first season. But when season 2 rolled out, it just completely dropped the ball. The animation was bad. It really changed a lot of stuff from the source material. Now, condensing the last few arcs now into one sequence at the end of the series. So, yeah. In other words, that is fucking stupid! I hate that. I hate when people think they get the right to do whatever the fuck they want. Because they know better than the actual source material they're adapting. If you want to tell your own story, create an original project. But no, you just only choose a franchise that already existed. Then again, it could not be the people who did animation and directing and stuff. It might be the higher ups' fault. As we don't know, really. Well, that's what maybe strays too far from the source material. Yeah. So, who knows? But anyway, for now, let's just get into the special. And it's a special! So, anyway. We get the opening, which I can't find on YouTube. No joke. It's nowhere on YouTube. Not on the Aniplex YouTube channel. Nowhere. No other uploads. Nothing. All I can find is the full version. I don't know what the hell's going on. Because the Persistent Events opening was available on YouTube. It still is. I just don't understand what's going on. I don't know. And again, you and I Apollo Opposites Opening took a while to come up to upload as well. A couple days after the show premiered. Yeah. Something's definitely going on. But I can't quite pinpoint it. Anyway, let's get into this review. I am getting in. The opening is good. It shows clips from the previous openings and from the anime itself, what we've seen up to now. And it's been a while. Forgive me if I get if I forget some character names. And get some block points and stuff. It's been quite a while, and I didn't have time to rewatch the series. Probably should have when I can, because I love Kaguya. It's one of my favorite animes, just for its comedy. I really watched it in Japanese, but I do plan to give it a dub rewatch some point. So, since the chapters are adapted are the post-birth kiss story, about focus on Shirogane and Kaguya dating. Yes, I know it's Miyuki. I may do a complete series review someday in the future. Just talk about the entire series someday in the future once the Stairway Adulthood comes out. I also want to talk about the manga when I can too. I never read it. As I do have a copy of the manga, but I haven't read all of it. Ooh, I just realized I moved them somewhere. Oh. But yeah, I love Kaguya. I'm not seeing a lot of Shinoko, but I heard this is controversial. I do not know how much content's left for season 2 or season 3. If season 4 is going to be the last season, or maybe it'll be season 5. I don't know. I don't know how. It probably got 1 or 2 more seasons left for the series. That's my guess. So after the opening, which I think is some by the sinners of opening 2 or opening 3, I don't know. Was it best case scenario opening? I don't know. Anyway, the narrative device is, which most likely was added for the anime, an older Kaguya looking for memories of her past. And I don't think that was a bad choice. It's a good idea in a way, but I think that would be safe more for a finale type thing. Something like the Ahara-san series. It's still pretty weird. There were chapters, over 100 chapters that were not adapted into the series. 2 seasons. It's a good anime too. I love it. But only 2 seasons? They cut a lot of chapters for some reason. Why is that? Like Assassination Classroom, I decided to save more time because they want me able to adapt everything into like 2 24-episode seasons. Or 22 episodes. You know what I mean. So I understand why you can adapt all the chapters. But look, those chapters are getting adapted next month. In March. Upcoming movie. It's going to be released in Japan. No idea of a Western release yet. But my reviews of the anime should be coming up around that time. And after that, I'll be able to watch the Jump Master pilot. And then the live action movies. I can find them. I not yet watched the Kaguya when I were. So yeah. Adult Kaguya is the narrative device for the story, getting the chapters. So the first portion we get into focuses on Kaguya's birthday in a way. It was a fun one. It felt like it could be an episode of the series after that. I don't know why they didn't make this part, didn't do a season 4. They said that, like, seriously, there are a lot more chapters too. They can literally just make a season 4. Yet they stubbornly refuse to. I don't get why either. I don't get why they stubbornly refuse to. There's a lot of content that we just make up into a season 4. Especially these chapters, because it feels like other than the whole dating thing, it feels like another story in the series, just about, one off. Maybe the substance or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's a good one. As Shirogane comes in and sees Fujiwara with bald cap. And it is funny. Fujiwara has the most comedy in this section. As well, she was planning to plant some ice for Kaguya as her birthday and stuff. So a bald cap will have her surprised. Well, it's all about gags and stuff about surprising. It's not a lot long. I mean, Ishigami's able to see through Fujiwara's lies straight away because he. And yeah, Ishigami's still my favorite. At least his backstory is my favorite because he wasn't. He may have acted went a little overboard for what he did, but his heart was in the right place. But he should have made sure to get proof before doing stuff like that. He acted rash, but still, he was a good person. So I understand why he did. That's what makes him a really compelling character. Like, he made a mistake of not not trying to stay calm and not confront them until he gathers evidence. People blamed him. What happens? The only one who believed him was Mikoino. Or was it Mika? Mikoino? Oh. Damn! Did Miko forget her name? Mikoino? I think it's Miko. I'm so sorry if I forgot how to say it. It has been a while, guys, since I last review. Oh god, yeah. Since I last watched the anime. It has been a goddamn while. So hopefully on a future complete series review, I'll do about this one. Anyway. So after... So... Yeah. It's a fun section, and again, just feels like something that could have been just part of a regular episode after that story, because it doesn't feel that eventful. I don't know that Miyuki, that Shirogane is hiding the fact that he's dating Kaguya. You know, just to help keep up, just out with her family and stuff. So yeah. By the way, some reason Miko Ino's is broken, I guess. Did that happen in the end of season 3? I don't remember. If it didn't, that shows us some content that actually is important. Did it have any other Pescas events? Again, it's been a while. So, if I do, you can correct me in the comments and stuff. If I am actually wrong about some things, feel free to do it. Anyway, after that, so yeah, wait, Kaguya's not stupid. She knows that she's playing a prank on Fujiwara herself. Yeah, she played a prank on Fujiwara in her own way. Tell her about the relationship by saying it was a prank. Even Shirogane was, you know, a little nervous there. She just wanted to brag. She just wanted an excuse to brag a bit. Again, it's a great scene. Not that special, but it's not, and that's not a bad thing. I'm not complaining that it's not special. I'm just saying it doesn't feel special because it's not really that meant to be. Just some regular event with a student council. The crazy shenanigans. Of course, it's different now. No more of the romance game that those two have been playing since first year. It's been a while since I heard Kaguya's voice. Her actress has been in love with other things lately. Like, she was, I mentioned, killed mostly because of coincidence too, when I think about it. As I started watching Kaguya before that, but her voice actress played the role of Kyo Majesty in Hyuga Sky Precure, priced her role for Wonderful Precure movie and the Kimito Idol Precure movie. So there's that spot there. So, yeah. So, the actress also being this adaptation of Kowloon Generic Romance. A really good manga. I've not read, but I watched the anime, but yeah. Well, if you read the manga and watch the anime after that, you will notice some changes early on. I was surprised too. But anyway, the character she actress plays is Yaume, but she's introduced differently in the manga than the anime. Well, sort of. I do. Again, I may read the manga at least up to the current chapters. Then we watch season 1. Well, not really season 1. We watch the series and see when the series goes to original plot because the manga's still ongoing. Yeah, instead of doing a first season, they decided to condense a lot of current chapters down, change things around, and create their own ending. Why? There's also a movie that might have done the same as well. But why? What's the point? Yeah, I think I'll save more of that when I actually review the series at some point. Don't worry. So I'm going to try my best to keep it on that one now. But yeah, the actress played Yaume and one of the main characters. Anyway. The next segment is about Kaguya and Shirogane who've been texting each other a lot since busy schedules and stuff. We're not to get the video chat, but Shirogane is Shirogane's place, especially his family. So no privacy really, especially with his dad about. We only just realised now, Sarah's the same voice actor as Dio, I think, from JoJo. Sa! Wilder! Oh, by the way, the actor's not coming back to play Diego in Steelball Run anime next month, which I better get back to watching or JoJo before the Steelball Run anime comes out. Wait, I planned to, I completely forgot. I only reviewed up to part 3. Because I think I did a premiere review on that one. I'm stupid. But anyway, he's not playing Diego. He's going to be played by a different actor. I wasn't too keen on that at first, but I'm open to the idea to see how well the actor does. Because you can't really unhear their voice. So it's going to be tough. But anyway, that was also a fun segment. A lot of good comedy. As it actually does feel more slightly different. As now focus more on the relationship between the two. Which is now dating. And well, the whole situation is family ends up finding out. It's a lot funny. I think I told like 4 or 5 segments in the series. In this story. The next segment is a focus on the Shirogane family. As his dad, Shirogane's dad, wants to become a VTuber. Of course, they get it because, yeah. But he says to become a YouTuber instead. He did think he was succeed, but he made over 1 million yen, over 100,000 yen. It's quite funny too. I'm trying not to go much detail on these segments. If you want to see them, go watch it yourself on Crunchyroll. It's a fun series. Again, give it a watch if you haven't. Because I'm doing a service just talking about them. They have a lot of fun. And you form your own opinion too. I'm not saying you should like them. You like what you like. Okay, I had to clarify that. I can't really clarify this every time. Everyone's allowed to have their own opinions on stuff. Like, opinions change too over time. Like, my opinion is, I think the best Pirates film is good, not great. And I thought the first James Bond movie was good in its own right too. Just not a huge fan of the series. And I may not like Star Trek either. I'm not sure about that one. I don't like any of the Star Trek shows or movies. I do plan to cover the original series at some point, and its movies, alongside the next generation. You'll cover all the Star Trek content, because I do want to be up to date on the franchise, even though I'm not a huge fan. Anyway, so after that, so here last segment. Well, now as I move out to the condo, Max actually has to move to a condo. As there's a bit of a focus on the next segment, where the others are busy. So Kaguya ends up being invited to Shogun's place. It's a little fun thing, especially Kei and Shogun's dad being out. But it mentions that Hayasaka had left. Like, basically left. Yet she does appear in the later segment, next segment. Was that? And Kabu's there. I don't think that was mentioned either. Yeah, that's the problem with some stuff being cut. It was important to the narrative. Anyway. So after that. So yeah. It's about them ended up doing it together. So when, spoiler alert, these two went out sleeping together. Because they both don't want to talk about it. It's a dark history on their past. It's a little fun. The next time it's about talking to Hayasaka about it. So, yeah. So it seems Kei became friends with Fujiwara off screen. Yeah, I don't know how. I can't remember if there was an episode about that either. And the final segment is more important. Since Shogun is leaving. Very nice. Shogun is leaving abroad for a while. Kaguya ended up sleeping and missing a chance. Right. It was a really good farewell from the friends too. And most of the main characters we met over the course of the series saying their farewells to Shogun when he goes abroad. It's really nice. And, Kaguya missed a chance. Immediately, she ends up going to California. Yes, he's in California. To say goodbye to him. It's quite funny. Especially while she's doing it. Crying at the same time while doing it. It's all funny. And it's so in line with the show. So, yeah, she can... So, yeah. And the situation is again solved in the next scene. As they set up a monitor... They set up a communication monitor in the student council office. So they can talk to him while he's abroad. They're not graduated, they're just... He's still going to come back to graduate. But he's not going to be seen him for a while, so it's just a regular trip. It's not a finale trip. So, yeah. And that was the end of the segments. And we just cut back to future Kaguya. And it turns out she and Shirogane did get married. And it's a sweet scene. Sure, they have a happy future. Which actually don't think was in the manga. And it's also the comment on the character who was a troublemaker, but now as a scientist. Yes, and that explains the next journey, their final journey, showing their life as adults. So I see the next special is going to be focusing on their life as adults now. I'm guessing. There's one image of Kaguya during this end section. Sorry, I'm holding the camera like this. Not read the manga, so I do not know if it was there or not. But there's a scene I do know where it's from. It's a spoiler, by the way. I do not know when this takes place, though. If you don't know, did you know that it takes place in the same continuity as Oshinoko, Akasaka's other work? Yeah, in the chapter, Kaguya makes a cameo as Shogane Kaguya. But they did get married. I don't know how the series ended. But I really should get the manga every when I can. Because I'm really curious. So I didn't go into detail. I'm doing a disservice there. But I tell you how I enjoyed them. They're fun segments. First one didn't feel all special, but not a complaint because it didn't need to be special. It was just fun. I really think it should have been a season 4 that had more chapters, but oh well. You'll see more gags that they're dating. I've seen them dating was revealed off screen. Yeah. When early on, the first segment, they did not reveal it. But they revealed it by the last segments off screen. I am really confused here. Feels like they're skipping a lot of stuff for this section. Yeah, you can actually. I think I'm starting to feel the effects. If I wasn't aware of it, I'd still be confused. Not as confused though. But maybe it makes more sense when I read the manga. I don't know. Since I never read the manga. So maybe I'll give it a read in the future. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please thumbs up button. Want to see more? This is going to generate notification bell. The always future. The next Kaguya-Sama the final special Kaguya is still in development. It was announced though after the special came out. So it's currently in development. And I had not gonna and like quite a few chapters that are not adapted for that section. There's a lot of fans concerned being of such a great adaptation, cutting a lot of great chapters from the manga. Like I said, it was Assassination Classroom. I understand that one. Yep, story working the better season format. But those one chapters are still being adapted. We can see some nice one-off adventures. These characters, even though we know some of their fates. Okay, but that's it for Kaguya for now. Once the next special is announced and releases, I will actually do a review on the entire anime. But hopefully before that, I get to read the entire manga. We'll see. Thank you. I will see you guys next time. Well, later. You know what I mean? Because I'll probably do more videos for this. Keep penis out.